A warm welcome on today's episode on the Golden Muse TV. I'm ChriSOULa Sirigou, the Golden Muse, and today I'm joined here by all these wonderful ladies. That they are a huge part contributing in the book we're actually giving birth to, the book of Soulful Musings. And we're here in a way partly to celebrate because we have got the green light and now we've got the funding from the crowdfunding, and it has been, all of these months we all have contributed in coming to this point, and now knowing that we've got the funds to make sure that the book is going to be published at the top quality and in color, and it's going to be, for me, it's going to be a combination of quality content combined with aesthetics content, so that makes it that, like this wow factor of people who like to keep it and treasure it and inspired by it, and inspired by every single person who's contributed with their story, with their aha moments, with the insights, with the tips, with the tools. And blimey, I've been absolutely so touched by everybody's contribution, whether it was by a word or by the actual energy coming from each and every one of you, or whether it was by the financial support that you gave and your generosity. I've been really, really touched, and thank you so much. Thank you. It has been incredible. It's just an incredible journey, believe me, with ups and downs. that's part of life. We've got the ups and downs, and but for me, it has been an incredible journey in terms of stay really tuned in with my intuition, and stay really put with my trust that this thing will work out, and also learning to let go of control, because believe me, there were moments when I wanted to come and rescue things, and I said, no, you're not going there. Let the universe do its bits. Let the universe do the bit. Everybody will be out there. Somebody will come and help and move things forward. If this project is destined to be successful, things will work out. So that was my trust in the whole process. And then I had a few people that actually they were really connected with me during that period. And thank you that you've been part of this journey. And when you watch this back, you know who I'm talking about, including those people that you hear on this call, that you were very much, supporting me throughout this journey, and there's still to come. Hasn't finished yet. So we've got a few steps to take, to go all the way to make it happen. So this is why we're here. It was partly because we like to celebrate, partly because I would like you all to also to connect with one another, because we are 30 contributors in the book, but also with all of you supporters and who backed us up. You can actually connect and feel what each person contributes with their own energy and their own unique message and expertise. So very briefly, I would just say, if those of you who haven't met me before, I'm ChriSOULa. I'm the person behind the initiator of this book. I'm writing the book. I'm compiling the book. And I'd like to introduce you to some of these people that are actually supporting us. And I'd like to come to Sue Brookes first. Sue Brookes is actually behind the person who's doing the transcripts, and I have received a lot of positive feedback about the transcripts, and that's thanks to you, Sue, with your hard work and dedication. And also, Sue Brookes is also the editor of the book. So, Sue, would you like to say hello? Hello?
Hi. As you said,
she's there.
And I'm the founder of Positive Publicity and Positive Kids magazine. So a lot to do with writing and promoting positive things.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sue. Thank you. And then next I'm coming to you, Emma. Hello, Emma. Emma Guy. Oh, we cannot hear you either. Okay.
Emma, you need to take your microphone off.
Doesn't want to do it. I don't know what's happening. Before it was working. Okay, who can talk? Who is actually able to?
Hello.
Elaine?
Hello.
Oh yeah, okay, Emma.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Right. I'm Emma, and I. Can you hear me? Okay. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm a guy from Brookes, and my involvement in this book is all about acupuncture and the freedom of flow, and the freedom of free flow is also. So yeah, that's me. I don't know what else to say.
That's okay. That's enough for now. Thank you, Emma. Thank you. So I'm coming to you, Viola mu. Hello, Yasu Kalispera.
Hello, Kalispera. Well, I'm very happy. I catch it on the just saw the news and said, oh my God, I want to be there. So I connected with you, and we had to rush and do the interview, double interview. I had the pleasure to interview you too. So very happy to be there. And yeah, I want to congratulate Sue for the transcription. I've been checking it. It's fantastic. And congratulate you for this marvelous idea. Better together.
Yes, better together, absolutely. And Viola is a psychotherapist and breathworker. So a lot to do about becoming more conscious with our breath, connecting with our inner breath, but also connecting with outer breath. So just to give you a little bit of an insight, but you'll be able to watch the interview if you like, or if you like to know, to watch the full interview with Viola. It's on my YouTube channel as well, on ChriSOULa Sirigou YouTube channel.
Yes, it's all about how to be able to go in this parallel road of being part of a community, being part of our family, our tribe, and at the same time having the freedom to be the self and to be who we are. And that's something very difficult to achieve in the world, and we know it, So how that affect our breath when we were growing up, and how later on we get the habit to breathe not fully, just a small percentage of our breathing, and how that affect our result in life and our thinking. And so basically we're learning how to dance to the same rhythm, breath, thought, and action. And the rest of it is in the book.
Yes,
breath,
thought, and action. That's it. Yes. Wonderful. And let's come to you, Karen. Hello, Karen. Can you talk? No, we still is not working. Sorry, I'm gonna say a few things on your behalf then, if you that's okay with you. Okay. Well, Karen is very much passionate about conscious parenting and how she supports parents, how to understand themselves better, to connect with themselves, so they can have a more intimate relationship and more connection with their children. So that's in a nutshell. Your business, Karen, is Parenting Magic. You can find her also on Facebook, and most of us here, we are on Facebook. If you are following Facebook, you can connect with all of us there too. So fabulous. Now let's come to you, Elaine. Hello, Elaine.
Hello, and very well, great congratulations and appreciation to you, ChriSOULa, for all your hard work and passion that's gone into the book so far. And having written and had 2 of my own books published myself, I do appreciate the work that goes into it. So thank you very much for that. My input in it is always around perinatal mental health. Perinatal refers to both antenatal and postnatal. Having been very ill after the birth of my much wanted son, and obviously got better, it's a story that I share with other people and have done now for many years, and hope to just help other parents just make the most out of those wonderful early days of parenting.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and also you can watch Elaine's full interview on my YouTube channel. Okay, and Sue Brookes' interview is also on the YouTube channel. I think what we need to do, ladies, Emma and Karen, you got to be interviewed on Golden Muse TV. So your interview also gonna be on the YouTube channel. So though your interviews are actually on taking place on the Healthy Healing Show, the weekly show I host on Redshift Radio, and these days it's actually happening on a Friday between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock BST time. These days, you know, we've got British Summer Time, but because it's online, you can actually tune in and listen from anywhere in the world, as long as you know what the time difference is, and that's it. You know, for you, Viola, in Cyprus is going to be 2 o'clock your time, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So there you are. Now, I can show you that I've printed all the so far what it has gone through. You know, the 4 different sections in the book. So I've got in front of me. I've got most of it is edited, not all of it. Most of it is edited. So Sue has got some work to do. So now what I'm doing is I'm actually creating. The next step forward is to create what I call. I thought it would be helpful. The mock design template, like something for the designer to take away, and then they know exactly which photo goes where and which quote goes where, followed by which conversation and a poem. The contributions are coming from Sue Williams and Maureen Brindle. And then again, the choice of the selection of poems is very much connecting, highlighting the conversation we've already had around mindful, conscious, joyous, and prosperous living. And there will be also a section at the back of your book is going to be the acknowledgements. And I have already sent to all of you that backed up, supported us by an update on Kickstarter, the survey that you would be asked to complete, so we can actually fulfill all the words, including when the book is out, so we can send you the print copy of the book, hopefully signed by me, and hopefully be other people, some other contributors that we can connect, and then they can sign it as well. And it's going to be another section in the back, and also there's going to be a section for all the contributors, so you can connect with them with all their bios, and another section with recommendations of the book covers, books from people that are actually part of the book, like Elaine, like Susan Brookes, like Viola, and a few others, and also books that I find particularly inspiring, that from people that I have already interviewed. So you can actually have like a little, what should I call it, like a little bookshop at the back of your book there. So you can, like a little library, you can say, oh, I'd like to read that book. That would give me some inspiration. So there will be people connected with the book, of course, but also people that, they didn't have a chance to be part of the book this time. Maybe there will be another time. But I know I have already read the books, and I know it's going to add some value to you if you feel the connection, if you feel the calling, of course. So this is where we are. So the book is moving. We're moving ahead with the actual finalizing the next steps for the book. The design of the book now is the next big step for us. And all being well, keep fingers crossed, it must be, or should be, or could be ready by the end of August. Yes. I cannot control these things, but we have already planned out in a way, and we have already discussed that between myself and Sue Brookes and the designer, we would actually say that it is feasible, it is possible to happen within the next month, basically. So bring it on. The pressure is on. So that's what's happening next. There's going to be also another call this Thursday at 10 o'clock in the morning, for those who could not connect with us in the evening time for different reasons. And the next update call, gathering that, Soulful Musings coming together is going to be on the 9th of August, Thursday evening. at 8 o'clock. There may be another call, but that's what I've planned. I've asked a couple of people, and they say Thursday, the 9th of August is good. Hopefully, it's good for all of you here on the call, and then there will be some more people joining us, contributors from the book, on the next call as well. It's not possible to have you all on one call. I know that's not. It's not. I'm not. Expecting all of us to be part of the same call. So that's why, I'm offering different possibilities at the morning or evening time, and then spread it out so we still connect. For me, it's really important to keep the connection going. This is a community, collaborative, collective, whatever it's not a book that comes out from one person. It's a book that comes out from the energy of different people, a lot of people, plus the people that all of you who backed us up. Your energy and your support is absolutely fundamental and so essential for this, completion, this success, the publication of the book. So hold the space for us, because, it is really important. We are, giving every single, bit and, for it to make it happen. And holding the space, it's something that, I'm really grateful for, really, really grateful for. So, I would like us, before we close this call tonight, I would like to all of us to offer 1 or 2 tips that you have used in your own life, or with your clients, if you like, and you know that it works, and you would like to share it with people that are going to watch this later on. And the tips is all around self-care. It may be self-care because it's summertime, and particularly for those of you who are parents and you're going to be with your beloved ones for a number of weeks now, and you don't know how to, what to do with yourself sometime. You may get a bit stressed about it, or you may get a bit angry about it, frustrated about it, or you may just be chilled out. Whatever you are, how do you actually look after yourself? Because the more you look after yourself, the more joy and the more stillness, the more peace, the love you'll be able to experience within your family environment, with your little ones, and with your partner or family overall. So what would you suggest? I will come to, if Karen, I know your microphone is not working, but you're very welcome to type something in the chat box. Can you not do that either? No, it's not working. No. So no, it's not working. So see if it works. But I would like Karen to share a couple of tips if she can. But we've got Elaine and Sue, Brookes and Emma that you would actually happy to contribute your own tips, right? So who would like to start? Shall I come? Elaine, I'll come to you.
Okay. I think one of the first things that I only ever had the one child, and looking back, I often wish now that I'd just let it go a lot more often. I think I was too scheduled of thinking, right, today we are going to do X, Y, Z. And if F, G, P and Q and H happened instead, I quite possibly would have beaten myself up about it. Oh, we didn't do this, we didn't do that. Yet in retrospect, I think I would have thought, you know what, it doesn't matter. No, at the end of the day, was everybody safe? Was everybody healthy? Did everybody enjoy themselves? Were they fed? Were they watered? Were their needs met? And if that's a big tick, then great. And I think sometimes as we need to re-energize and recharge, we have to remember that children do as well. And sometimes they actually just want their own space and time as well. So I think as a parent, it's actually a good discipline to start off with, to let them know, look, Mummy needs a little bit of time to herself. You go and have your 10 minutes or whatever. Yes, you can go and watch a DVD. Yes, you can go and have a bit of just doing your thing. I'm doing my thing now. And just enjoy them. Because every day with a child, they're going to be that little bit older. And the dilemmas that you're going through now, if it's lack of sleep, toilet training, whatever it is, or a moody teenager, they are not going to be at that stage forever. It will pass. And just enjoy the phase as it is now, and just be with them.
Yes. Well, sometimes, thank you, Elaine, sometimes we do have high expectations of ourselves, and we do put ourselves under a lot of pressure. But I'm going to mention that now because it feels relevant. It's like sometimes we need to step back and really see things from a different perspective. When you know that other people haven't got a roof over their heads, or they haven't got anything to drink, or like a big tragedy happened, like the one in Athens, just with fire, just destroying everything and killing people. Why are we getting so stressed about things? Sometimes little things like pieces of, like really annoys us, and then we say, so what's the point of all of this? So the importance of take a deep breath. I think if Viola was actually saying, you really connect with your breath. When you feel stressed, connect with your breath. That's something I'm actually learning, to connect with my breath more, becoming more conscious of my breath, because the moment you start connecting back with your breath, you realize that you connect back with your body, and then you feel more connected with, and say, I'm safe, I'm okay, things are okay. And when you are feeling like that, believe me, then the person next to you take it. They receive it as well, because we are vibrational beings. We receive the energy. So breathing and breath is for me the vital. When we're feeling a bit out of sorts, or we feel a bit like boiling up inside, we don't know what to do with ourselves. Take a step back and really breathe. And yes, and I completely agree with you, Elaine, that it's just enjoy the moment, enjoy the beautiful time when you've got still so little and vulnerable. Okay, so let me see now what comes from Karen. Okay, right. So okay, we talked about that last week. You were on my radio show, Karen, and you did say about preparation and planning, didn't you? Yes, you did. So it is important to be prepared and have a plan to a certain degree, especially in the holidays. So yes, planning is important. Although, as Elaine says, don't get too hung up on it. Good. Have an idea of what you're doing, and also give them plenty of warning before something happens. So give warning that an activity is coming to an end, and then what you are actually doing. Yes, I get it. So because we talked about that on the show, I can elaborate a little bit, Karen, on your behalf. And this is a technique, if you like, that, probably those of you teachers out there, you may actually use it in your classrooms or teaching assistants, is what we are preempting things. So we don't say, suddenly you have to finish this activity now. You're actually saying this activity is going to take, you need to finish in 10 minutes time. And then you give them a little bit of a warning, 3 or 4 minutes beforehand, saying, by the way, folks, in 3 minutes time, you have to finish the activity. So the same pattern, the same setup, if you like, the same rule or whatever you want to call it, it applies to a family situation. That's what Karen is actually saying here. So because you are somewhere lovely and having fantastic time, you cannot just say to your little ones, we are going now, and you're coming with me now, because it's not going to work. If it's going to work, they're going to be really unhappy, believe me, because I know I was a child too. So we have this idea that adults, because we are, the adults, we can actually just do whatever we like with them. It's good to have boundaries, of course, but I think the planning and letting them know in advance that that's the plan, that's, because they need to feel part of the plan. They need to feel important. They need to feel that, they're valued. And it's something we need to grow with, they need to grow with from a very young stage. So they feel like that when they get older as well, in their own, adult lives. So Karen, I hope I added on things that you were, things that we were talked about already, and I feel they're very relevant to all of you. Parents, carers, grandparents, godparents, aunties, uncles, whoever is got any connection with children and young people. So Emma, you are a mother as well. So what tips have you got to offer to other parents out there? Something that actually you have put into practice and it works for you. It works for you and for your son as well.
Apart from him coming along on his knees over the last
that's why you were laughing.
couple of minutes, sorry, not months, because he wanted to try and find his laptop charger, and he didn't want to disturb us, bless him. He's 12 years old, and I am a mother of 2 stepchildren and the adorable William, who's just gone out the door on his knees because he doesn't want to disturb us. The biggest thing, I think, as being a mother and as being a parent is actually having some time with your children. And taking time out of your busy schedules and busy life, and that's the one thing certainly I've learned over the last few years is in my diary has rocks of time that says this is the time that I spend with William, this is the time I spend with or Marcus or whatever the case may be, and everything else goes around that. They become more important, and the family and the family unit become more and more important as the years and years go by. So my tip really is to have those rocks in your diary that says today I'm going to have my family day, or my family afternoon, or my graduation day, where last week Gabriella graduated from UAL in London, which was wonderful. So yeah, just make sure that those parts of your diary is filled with family, and work around that, because everything else will fall into it.
And then I guess that's what you're saying around planning. We go, and then prioritizing time for yourself and for your family and your little ones. And I guess children, if they really want to feel, again, what I was saying before, they need to feel valued, important. But also we need to bear in mind, sometimes that they can be a bit needy, a bit controlling. You know what I mean? So we also need to be very, setting the boundaries. That's another thing that is really, really important. And something that actually we talked about with Karen on a previous interview. So thank you, Emma. Right. So let's move on to Sue Brookes.
Hey, so a lot of what I've got in my head is actually building on what other people have said, I think.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So the first one I've got is about being consistent with your kids. And I think, something like Karen said about when the activity is coming to an end, giving them a countdown. If you do that on a regular occasion, obviously they get used to that, and they see the consistency in you, and they see that you're not going to bend when you've agreed a certain approach. So I think that consistency is good. It's something that I admit I've struggled with, and sometimes that's, if you stress, then you kind of give in, don't you, because you just want the easy life or whatever. So I think it definitely is worth working at. Mm-hmm. But it can be hard. It can be hard. So some of what Emma's just said about making sure you block out the time, etc., then that will help you feel less stressed, won't it? If you specifically done that. But as Elaine said as well, I think we need to remember to be kind to ourselves as well. I've lain in bed thinking, why did I shout at them today? Or I didn't get that right today, or whatever. But we're all only human, and if you recognise that, the next day is another day. Start again, be the person that you want to be. Don't just hang on to that guilt and that anger, because that's not going to move you forward or lead to a better day for you and the children in your life either. And again, building on what Elaine said about making time for yourself and letting them have their own time and space. I've definitely learned that this is something that's really important, to role model that it actually is good to value yourself and take time and care for yourself. Mm-hmm. I've maybe again learnt that through a more difficult route than I needed to. But I think it's, you know, it's definitely something that I've learnt and that my children are benefiting from now. And they, you know, they will value themselves. They will sometimes throw that back in my face, you know, because I've use certain words to them, and they'll, you know, they know they will pick me up, you know, if I'm not allowing them to value themselves. So that's really important. And for me, that some of that time out is literally just going for a walk outside, just for, you know, 15 minutes, get yourself into a different environment outside of the house, perhaps, if that's where, you know, you're feeling worked up and feeling stressed. Just have a walk. I mean, it's beautiful weather that we've got in England, for a change. You know, it'd be a beautiful evening to be out there, 15 minutes totally to yourself. Some people like to have obviously their music on. I like to just reflect on things. I sometimes do affirmations. That kind of helps my pace as I walk along. So in lots of ways, I think that's good for me. So that would be one of my suggestions.
Yes, wonderful. Yes, and I guess owning up, when you were saying about if you don't do something you feel that you could have done differently or better or whatever, owning up and share that with your child or your partner is actually saying, look, you know, I caught myself saying this, or I thought of this, or I didn't act on it, or whatever. Just open and honest communication, the way you feel, you know, when you feel that the environment, the time is right, not when the other person is actually boiling hungry, when, you know, just create that space where, you know, you could actually open up and share how you feel. I think that's important. Owning up, for me, it's one of the most fundamental elements or properties, whatever, you know, that for a heart intelligent relationship. Because you may say, you know, I've done it wrongly, but the other person may think the same thing. But if you don't come together and actually, you know, communicate from that space, you would never move forward. You always feel a bit stressed around it or tense around it. So
it needs to be age appropriate, but it be good, can't it, to talk to your children about the fact that you felt that you behaved wrongly or that you did something wrong, because that's encouraging them again to learn those skills for themselves, that sometimes, like you say, you have to say sorry, or you have to admit that everything didn't go well. So it's a role modeling thing as well. Yes.
Well, it's and I guess letting go, that's something that Elaine mentioned before. And now it's actually we approaching Fridays is one of the, cosmically speaking, so you are into astrology. Bless you, Emma. Into astrology, you know, we've got a full moon also, but also we've got the lunar eclipse, and then it is you know, astrologically, cosmically speaking, is a very powerful phenomenon, you know, happening. So if you're thinking of releasing something, if you're in the point of you need to let go and forgive, or find the way to, you know, write things down and let them go, whatever medium, whatever tool you're going to use, is the right time of you know, July time is a really powerful month to do that. So I'll be you know, I'd like to connect with you on a Facebook Live. I might actually do that tomorrow evening, but I don't know. I might do that, but if not, it's going to be something on Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. So thank you all so much for joining me here, for joining us, and being together, you know, celebrating another big step towards the creating of the book of Soulful Musings. And yay! So there's going to be a time where we're going to celebrate in person. I'm sure there will be, but in the meantime, keep the Thursday 9th of August open in the evening in your diaries, if you can, if you're around, so we can reconnect and we can find out more about what's happening with the book, and share more tips and insights, and with all of you wonderful people out there. Emma, yes?
Can I just say I will send some Reiki and some prayers to Athens this evening in my Reiki circle.
Thank you, Emma. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Lots of gratitude to all of you. And yeah, even if you just light a candle basically and just make a prayer or just say something positive, then I think collectively what we do has got a huge impact on people's lives, and whatever part in the world really. But in this time, I would like us all to think of the people, what happened in Athens and all the lives that gone because of the fire, and also the people's lives that are affected, the people that are left behind, and they are mourning at this time, the grief and the anger, I guess, that's how lives, just gone within, they couldn't do anything, completely, utterly felt utter, they couldn't do anything about it. That's it. There was no way out. So, what we can do individually, it helps on a collective level. So that's what I would really appreciate it if you do something in whatever way you feel appropriate. So lots of love to you all, and yes, look after yourself. Taking maybe start a new hobby or start something new. It doesn't have to be too much, but if you thought of something, you say, well, I would like to start that. Maybe it's time for you to do it, because it's July, August. Now we've got the next 5, 6, almost, no, actually not 6 months, 5 months until the end of the year. So think of what you could do, to maximize your time, in 2018. And I'll be sharing more of that in the next few weeks. Lots of love to you. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.